Once, traveling at night, I fell asleep in the passenger seat of a moving car, lulled by the noise and the motion into an illusion of serene weightlessness. Then the driver took a bridge too fast, and I woke to see the world spinning outside the car windows, and the sickening sensation of falling at high speed. That is as close as I can come to describing what I experienced, but it falls woefully short.
Well, history and World War buffs can take their seats again, as their favorite series, Outlander Season 6, has been slated to release soon. Want the deets on what the upcoming season's all about? Buckle up and keep watching. Welcome back to our channel, and today, we'll be talking about Outlander's 6th season and everything you need to know before it comes out. Number 7. A brief overview of the plot. This series comes in the category of historical drama television and is based on a novel series by Diana Gabaldon. This show premiered in 2014 and was directed by Ronald D. Moore. It has Claire Randall as a married woman who served as a World War II military nurse in Scotland. She gets transported back to 1743, where she meets the handsome Jamie Fraser, who is a member of the Clan Fraser of Lovat, which is highly involved in the Jacobite Rising. This series has completed a whopping 5 seasons and has been slated to get a 12-episode-long 6th and 7th seasons. Number 6. What we saw so far. In Season 1, Claire Randall and her husband Frank were in Inverness in Scotland visiting the Craig na Dun, which is a sort of standing stone tourist site. She gets transported to 1743, where she falls stark in the middle of a group of rebel Highlanders from Clan Mackenzie, who are chased by the British Redcoats. The leader is Black Jack Randall. This guy is Frank's ancestor. To survive, Claire marries Jamie Fraser, and they fall in love. While the clan suspects her of being a spy, they require her services as a healer, so they don't allow her to get back to her time. She knows that the Jacobite cause is going to fail, and she tries convincing them to not try anything. But her husband gets captured and tortured by Randall. They all rescue him, and Claire tells Jamie that she's pregnant, and they move to France. In Season 2, they're in Paris. Claire and Jamie try to defeat the Jacobites by redirecting the funds that King Louis XV was about to give. Jamie becomes the trusted advisor of Charles Stuart. Randall is seen in Paris, but Claire makes Jamie promise that until Frank's descent is confirmed, not to kill Randall. She convinces Randall to marry Mary Hawkins, and she loses her baby, and she and Jamie return to Scotland. The Jacobites win, but before the battle, Jamie convinces Claire to return to her time, and she does, and tells Frank about it. He tells her to forget Jamie, and they decide to raise her child as their own. 20 years later, Frank has died, and Claire understands that Jamie didn't die, and promises to return to him. In Season 3, Jamie is seen killing Randall at Culloden and is seen to be heavily injured. He is imprisoned, and he becomes friends with the governor, Lord John Grey, who paroles him. Jamie fathers an illegitimate son, and he returns to Scotland to become a printer. It is 1948, and Claire is shown to enroll in medical school in Boston, and Frank dies in a car crash. In her search, Claire finds Jamie returns to the 18th century to find Jamie married to a widow.
Lily, what the hell are you doing here?
You're supposed to be dead. How could you do such a thing to me, Jamie Fraser?
They try to placate the widow with a settlement, and Claire and Jamie sail for Scotland, but are shipwrecked in Georgia. In Season 4, Claire and Jamie are seen trying to return to Scotland with a few other people, and they visit Jamie's aunt's plantation where they see enslaved African Americans. They both decide to leave and claim some land inhabited by the Cherokee. He sees Willie again too. Meanwhile, we see Brianna understanding that her parents may die in a fire. She travels through the stones and Roger follows her. But she and Roger fight, and he leaves and she gets manhandled by Bonnet. Brianna then discovers she's pregnant, and Jamie beats up Roger thinking he was the person who caused her trouble. Roger and Brianna are reunited after a rescue mission to save Roger. Jamie gets the instruction to kill Murtaugh. In Season 5, Jamie and Claire try to return home as the American Revolutionary War is impending, and Brianna and Roger marry. Jamie is forced to gather a militia and fight the regulators. He tries to keep his godfather safe and show loyalty to the British under the watchful eye of Lieutenant Knox. Murtaugh gets rejected by Jocasta again, and Jaime sees Murtaugh die. Roger captured and hanged. He survives, but is traumatized, and Jaime is seen devastated. Roger and Brianna's relationship is put to test as Bonnet reappears and she gets captured by him again. Brianna and Roger decide to move into the future and take their son Jemmy with them. But this attempt fails, and they all stay back in the past. Claire is a full-fledged healer, and she even produces penicillin and tries to give medical advice under a false name, but gets caught. She is abducted by Brown and his men. Jaime and Roger rescue her, and they kill Brown.
Kill them all.
Richard Brown vows revenge for the death of his brother, and that's how we see this season end. Fans have been clamoring for Season 6, and it is slated to release soon. Everyone is wondering what would happen next, and anticipation is running high. This series has been quite gripping with its unique concepts and other principles, so it's no wonder it's been shooting to popularity in the current culture. Time for a fun fact. You see all these characters in kilts in the true Scott fashion? The fashion is so followed to a T that they actually aren't wearing anything inside their clothes. The actor portraying Jaime, in fact, admitted reluctantly that it was so comfortable. Number 5. The Christies have been cast. The Christies have always spelled trouble for the Frasers, and the roles have been cast. In fact, the first look at the characters has been released. The cast is Tom, played by Mark Lewis Jones, Alan, played by Alexander Vlahos, and Malva Christie, played by Jessica Reynolds. They look quite sinister enough, and we'll see quite a lot of drama as Malva is set to cause her father trouble for sure. Number 4. Brianna will be back in full power. This season would be more about Brianna. She has been quite understated in the previous seasons, with more screen time given to Claire instead, with her amazing medical prowess. We all know Brianna is smart. We actually haven't seen her at full strength and brains, and this aspect we may see covered in Season 6. In fact, the reports are that we'll be seeing her with her inventor's cap on. Well, this sure builds up a lot of hype for her, and for Season 6.
I sold him to the Mohawk.
You sold him? Bree.
I thought he violated your cousin.
Yeah, I understand. Thanks.
Number 3. More Claire? Yes, please. Claire has sure charmed us from the beginning with her demure and strong character and performance.
Good. Now I have your attention. And you're going to listen to me. I did not marry the Laird of Lallybroch. I married Jaime, but I haven't seen much of him since we walked through the gates of this place.
That's who I am.
I am speaking, and you can talk when I'm finished.
Season 6 will see more of her medical knowledge, and the director says that the things that will come to the Ridge will challenge Claire like never before. We can only wait and watch this phenomenon. Number 2. A war is coming. The American Revolutionary War is looming. Its hints were already spread all over Season 5, and we will see a crazy development for sure in Season 6. We know the Frasers would find themselves in the thick of it for sure. There were many action scenes shot for Season 6, which is the only hint we'd get about the huge fights upcoming in the next season. Number 1. Jaime's and Claire's relationship would be shaken. The report for Season 6 is that these two's relationship will be seeing a side that neither of them has ever thought of.
Certainly this season we've had a lot of moments. There's some very traumatic and very emotional times. It's a difficult season for Jaime and Claire and everyone.
From the beginning, Jaime's and Claire's relationship has been the center point of the series. For that to be a groundbreaking revelation, it will be something huge for sure. We'll have to wait and see. There's so much to be anticipated in Season 6, and we are all sure waiting. We expect to see more plot twists, cliffhangers, and so much more. The actors have been shooting since December 2020 through the pandemic, taking the appropriate safety measures. This has been periodically updated on Instagram, and we sure have not lost touch with them.
And our crew and cast and staff have been so amazing in wanting to get back to work and do this and do it in a way that keeps everybody safe. So hats off to everybody across the board from Sony and Starz and our production in the UK and Left Bank, who have done an amazing job to make sure that everybody is safe and that we can bring you Outlander as soon as possible.
Let's wait and hope for a release soon. That's all for now, folks. Let us know in the comments section below what you're expecting from Season 6. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your Outlander fan friends, and subscribe to our channel for more pop culture updates. Hit the bell icon for more notifications such as these, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay home, stay safe.
Come on, Morton, time waits for no man.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.